right, friends, I got a little camera help today, so hopefully we'll be able to do this. Do you remember yesterday I told you we were going to start sprouting some seeds? So remember yesterday I got these lima beans and I put them in a cup of water, and this is how big they got. Look how big it got in the water. But it did not do what I wanted it to do because I wanted to show you inside the seeds. So I got some bean soup. Remember I told you you could use any kind of bean? So I got a handful of beans and I put them in water, and look, the water soaked into the beans and swelled them up big. So I'm gonna show, let's see, I'm gonna pick, I'll pick this little kidney bean maybe, let's see. So here's a kidney bean before it went in the water and then after it went in the water. See how big it got? That's because the bean soaks up all the water. And then what happens, a bean is a seed. So all seeds have a seed cover. So the seed cover on this bean that I can't get open. Okay, let me show you on this one. The seed cover comes off like that. Yeah, that's the seed cover. It protects the seed until it starts to sprout. This bean did not, the baby plant, oh look. This is a baby plant from inside the seed. Can you see it's got little tiny leaves and a little tiny root? And so if you plant the seed, this little tiny plant inside the seed is gonna grow big. And what will happen with the beans is it will grow more beans. So look what I'm gonna do today. Remember I told you you had to have a paper towel and a plastic bag and your beans. So I'm gonna take one of these beans that I soaked. I'm gonna put it in the plastic bag. Now I'm putting it in the plastic bag rather than planting it so we can watch the whole thing grow. So let me see, I'm gonna pick up one of these kidney beans that I showed you. And let's pick something else. We'll get another little lima bean that didn't break. I can see the babies starting to come out. Let's get one more so that hopefully one of them will grow. Let's get a speckled bean. Look at this speckled bean. Look how much it grew. Look at that. This little bitty bean grew, soaked up so much water it got big like that. How about that? Okay, so. Now, I didn't tell you yesterday, but you need to know that you can't do this with a can of beans. You have to get the dried beans like this and soak them in the water, because if it's a can of beans, they've already been cooked and they're already, they won't grow after they've been cooked. Now I'm gonna zip my thing up. I'm gonna zip my bag up, and then I'm gonna hang it up by my calendar so that, by the calendar, so that we can look at it every morning when we get ready. All right, so that is the bean experiment. If you need to do some of the other things, you can come back and play this again later, but all I did was I put my beans in water and I let them soak overnight. And then this morning when I got up, I put a wet paper towel inside the bag and I put some beans in, and we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully that wet paper towel is gonna help them to grow. All right, thank you, Andrew.